Metal, hello and good day, kids. How we doing? It is Todd from Toji Racing. It is Monday, so it is time to do some rambling. It is a beautiful first day of fall out here, so we're going to do the first section from the outside in the garden. Here we go. Metal.
Look at me. I'm rambling again.
All right, hello and good day, kids. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Ramble. Like I said, it's too beautiful outside, so here we are. We got Phoebe out here too. Come here, Phoebe. Come here. Come here. You gonna say hello? Hello. Yes, are you pretty? You pretty? You pretty girl? You are a pretty girl. All right. Can you be good? Let Dad do his show. All right. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Fall weather's been really nice here, although it's still been dry. We had just a minor bit of rain last week. I mowed the lawn and got it all done because the weeds were getting out of line and looking kind of shabby. So everything's looking good. I still got a bunch of peppers left. I'm gonna make some pepper sauce this week, where I roast the peppers and cook them down, add some garlic and onion, kind of like almost a tomato sauce, but with peppers instead of tomatoes. It actually comes out really good. It's great to use on all kinds of things. So anyway, we're gonna do that, so that's cool. Phoebe's laying down here, which is great. All right, so welcome to the Ramble, where I talk about stuff in my slot car world and rambling musings in my head. Just came up with that. Today's episode is brought to you by Metal Coffee. That's right, Metal Coffee. On a fine fall morning, there's nothing better than Metal Coffee, and it's, excuse me, lost my papers. Ugh. Where was I? Oh yeah, Metal Coffee. The last bit too. With that nice hint of a hot engine. Metal Coffee. Get yours today. All right. Okay. Wanted to say this. I've forgotten to say this lately. Remember, there's no wrong way to slot car. If you like to wreck your slot cars, just drive around the track really fast, run them in ghost car mode, like a railroad almost, whatever. There's no wrong way to do it. If you're jumping them, crashing them, smashing them, racing them, and smashing them, have fun, light some sparks, and melt some plastic, as Scott likes to say. So yeah, there's no wrong way to slot car, kids. Remember that. All right. Starting to phase back into the hobby a little more now that fall's here, so that's really good. I actually got a few things done on the bench, which we'll talk about in a bit. We had race night this last Friday. We had some good times. We got a couple races filmed. We'll have the videos for those coming out later this week, probably like Wednesday, Friday, how I like to space them out. I'll put a post up whenever they're coming out, so you guys will know if you're subscribed to the bell. If you're not, please ring the bell and you will get all new alerts. All right. I picked up a high-vis case for my phone. Remember my little losing my phone tale? So that's good, and it's worked out really well so far. Hooray. All right. Little business, Slot Yard Discord. If you're not a member, please join. It's a free invite. The link is down below in the description field. It's awesome. Lots of slot car folks on there, and knowledge and stuff to share. And you can ask questions too. Metal. All right. Another shout out to Scott, Scott's House of HO. Scott is a great pillar in the slot car community. He has a great show every Saturday night. He does some Monday shows as well. He does giveaways weekly. He's going to do a big giveaway at the end of the year if he can hit 5K. So anybody who's not a member of Scott's, please go and give him a subscribe and check out some of his videos. He's a really good guy and does a great show. So check it out. There will be a link down below, of course. If you know anybody who's not a member that you could maybe get to subscribe to him, cool. Get him to subscribe. Anyway, shout out to him. And Scott lost one of his dogs last week. Our condolences to him. All pets are family. It's never cool to lose a pet. Pets are much beloved. So I understand, Scott. We're very sorry about your dog. All right, sticker exchange. All three that I sent out have arrived at their locations. DG got his. So that's really cool. I guess they're sending some back to me. So once we do, we'll have a mail call and show those. So if you want to be part of the sticker exchange, shoot me an email and let me know. My email is in the more field of the YouTube. If you haven't added your email to your YouTube account, you should. You can always look up a video of how to do it, but it's in the more field is where you do it, and your info and what have you. Super handy. So please do that. I actually got to send one out to Mal in Australia this week. All right, Ryan's track challenge. I think he has the final track up. I haven't been able to keep track of it as much as I would like to. So, but that I believe is out there to check out. So PNW Slot Car Daddy, Ryan, check it out. Okay. I've done some good scenery upgrades. I'm going to do a little track tour here at the end of the video, and you'll see that, so that's cool. All right, speaking of that, I got the Sunoco tower done. I was going to do a video, but I have to say, man, when you're doing a video and trying to film everything you do, it makes it take 2-3 times as long. So I just wanted to get it done, so I will show everybody the finished product. It's on the track, it's got its lights in it and everything, and it looks really cool on the other side of the 76 tower. A couple other projects I still have to finish up that I have the materials for. I have a 76 gantry, and it's just something that's going to go over the track. It's really cool. And then I have 2 more light towers to build. Then of course I need to put the lighting into my pit garage, which I'm hopefully going to get to this week, and then get that on the track. Then I've got to move the current pit garage to another location and what have you. So it's going to be a little bit of moving around and all that before, you know, the scenery and the diorama is all finalized. So all good though. Hatman's track is coming. We got him to finally, like I said, pick up his second box here. He ordered some more stuff. We had a box we were going to do an unboxing of. He likes the digital timer because he doesn't want to put an app on his phone, and the tower, so we got him one of those and some tires. We were going to do an unboxing of that, but he took his box and we kind of forgot about it, so no worries. But we're going to help him get that going. He wants me to pop down there to his place. It's about an hour drive, so it's a little bit of a drive to get down there. But anyway, he wants me to help him come down there and get it put together, so we're going to try to work on that sometime this fall. And remember, I said long ago that he won't have that bad boy up till fall at the earliest, so we were right. Hope everybody got to check out the Ramble last week with that different format where I'm kind of doing a car tuning and talking at the same time. If you guys like that, please let me know. Oh, hey, stole my show right now. But here, let me get I want to get a shot of Rigby. This is the big neighbor dog I've talked about before. That's Rigby, and that's Kurt.
Hi there.
And that's Phoebe's friend. They've been buddies since they were little, and Phoebe likes to actually pick on that poor big dog, believe it or not. Anyways, but we'll get back to the show here. If she wants to come out there and play with you guys for a moment or two, she can.
Okay.
All right. Okay, everybody, back to the show. Oh, all right, where am I at here? All right. Okay, so next week when I do the show, I might do I've got a Plymouth Roadrunner I need to do some tuning on, and I might do the show in that same format. If you guys like that format, please let me know down in the description field, and I can always go about it next week for that show. And all those light poles down there, I'm gonna finally get those hopefully wired in this week, and also prep all the other ones for the other corners, because I'm gonna do all the major corners with those curves and the fencing and the upgraded really nice Lord Baines style guardrails. All right, so like I said, we're gonna do a track tour as part of the show too. We got nothing new from mail call this week because we didn't order anything and nothing came in. Phoebe, come here. Come here, babe. Got to get the dog back. She's got to stop to pee because she's, you know, Phoebe. You'd think she was a boy dog with how much she pees. Perfect. Thank you, Kurt.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So we're going to move to the next phase here, which is on the bench. We got to go inside to do that, and we're going to do a track tour and then we'll do the 5. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in so far. We'll move to the next phase. All right, kids, welcome to On the Bench. So, we actually got some progress this week. I got the Sunoco tower. You're going to see that here in a moment on the track tour. So, next projects are the press booth. Like I said, I got to get some acrylic in there and just get some windows in that. I might slap a light in there, maybe a couple up in the corners so you can't see the wires and stuff. Then I can leave the top open so you can go in there and change the figures around. I'm going to put a couple benches in there and people standing in there and watching. So that'll be cool. You know, the press people. Whoops, I bumped the camera with my big fat head. Sorry about that. I don't think I'm going to do it. I thought about putting a light in the bottom if I'm going to put a light in the top, because it would be really easy to do just to have the window lit up. And I wouldn't mind putting a piece of acrylic in there just so it looks like it has a window. Got a little 3D print thing there. And I need to touch up the door and a couple other things, but no, all good. Stairs are already good, so that's cool. And it'll look something like that. Got to work on the golf truck, ironically. And so I got the basic painting done on Lord Baines here. I'm just working on a few detail things with the chrome and all that. The stripes look good. I'm not going to do the back wall. And I did that with the grill in the front. I think that looks really sharp with the way that's offset with the grill and the green. It looks kind of mean. So that's cool. I imagine he's going to put headlights in this and what have you. It'll look pretty tough. So like I said, I've got to get this basically the same striping done on that, but it's going to be purple. And then I just need to put the insides together, put the chassis on it, and get it shipped out to him. So it won't be long, man. I do got a few details I got to work on those. So all good. So yeah, that's what's on the bench. Now let's do a quick track tour. Here we go. Metal kids, let's do a track tour. We got a big sack of dog potatoes right here. Phoebe, what are you doing? She loves to get in the way. All right, we'll start at the start point. We got the pace car ready to keep the pace. So I'm gonna work on getting those wired in. They're already wired in. I just got to wire in the power and to each individual light here. So, and then we're working on getting the rest of those poles bent. Like these need bent a little more, and then they need wired in. So I got to take all that down and redo them. It's a little bit of work. And when we do the rest of the corners that have those, we're going to do that a little differently, where I'm going to have all the poles bent and Den's going to wire them up with some longer pigtails to make it easier. So anyway, all right, so let's start the tour here. So we start there and we cruise through here. We got the Pegasus Mobile 1. We got a ref tower. We got the podium area with all the drivers, camera guy, an interviewer. One of the track babes is there. Very cool. And there's Doctor Who's little TARDIS there and one of our trophies. We're not going to go through there. So then we got our start light. I want to disassemble this and make it into something smaller. That thing's just big and obtuse and doesn't need to be that big. So we're going to try to maybe do that in the future. So then we come into the big straight with the double crossovers so you can change lanes. And then of course our offset pit lane and some lights. This is where the new pit garage will be. Then that one's going to go over there. You know, we got a new official tower there. And I kind of changed the whole pit area around with these cars and moved some other cars around. You'll see here in a second. Of course, we got the Dunlop Bridge there, but let's get back to the track tour. Our sweet little Rolex sign with a working clock. Then you cruise out of the pit through the big straight. Then you come around to the double curves with the 76 tower. We got some new pit action going on here. Got the control tower with the camera guy, a couple track officials, and one of the babes up there. So I need to get my fireman done and get him in there. And I'm going to put lights inside there. I just haven't gotten to that. So then we got this pit area done. Looks pretty cool. We got the lift there. They're working on the Pantera. So these are Dave's cars and Den's cars. And then we've got the Lamborghini cop car there. Just put that there why not? I'd love to move that tower over here, but that track piece is in the center of the track where it needs to be, because that's for the the segments. So, and the cord's not long enough. I could certainly extend the cord, and I may end up doing that. It'd be very easy to cut it and extend it out, so I might end up doing that. There's the new Sunoco tower. It looks really good. I really do love this tower, and I got the lights in there and everything. Didn't have any trouble putting this one together like I did on the last one. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put a card up here so you guys can see it and check it out. It's pretty funny. I have some trouble assembling it. A couple of these are mine and all that. I kind of wanted some of the hot rods to be in this garage, so I did that. I got Mike's General glow-in-the-dark Lee there, and the Superbirds, the old Cuda, and the Cheetah, and the Cobra, and Daytona, and Chargers, and some Roadrunners there. Mopar. Oh yeah. So then you go around those curves after you go over the bridge there. And you come around under that underpass. Another double lane changer. That one's actually really useful to offset things. Then you go through this. This is kind of a tricky area, the S curves. Still got to get the back of that put on there. Just haven't gotten it done yet. But yeah, we redid this pit area. It looks really good. It's kind of packed, but you know, we're sorting it all out. Pretty soon everybody's going to be taking their cars home with them, so you know, because of Dave's track. So then we come off the rear S curve section, zipping back to the final curves here. You know, we got, like I said, the tire wall added. They're just sitting there statically so they can get knocked around, which is kind of fun if somebody wrecks. So that's cool. Same with those are just kind of sitting there. I need to pull that inner cardboard thing I made, although that does keep them in line too. So I don't know, maybe I need to put one of those here to keep everything in line. I don't know. Anyway, then we got one more footbridge. Then of course the grandstands. I added a few people in the picnic table and a few of the track babes there. And we got some more officials. Just about all the new figures I've got put out now. And then here's the final curve. So there we go. This turned out to be a little longer than I thought it would be, but I wanted to show the track. So there we go. All right, everybody. Metal, we're going to move to the final phase. Metal. All right, everybody. Let's like to do... Oh, wait a minute. No, that didn't come out right, did it? Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, it's time for what we like to call the 5. We got 5 things for you guys to check out today. So, the first one is this guy did a digital track and a train setup, and he's done a progress video. It's really cool. I forgot to write the guy's actual channel name down though, sorry about that. But like I always say, the links to these will be down in the description field below, so you can just click on them and check them out. None of these are actually new sites, these are all just stuff to go check out. Finding new sites is getting difficult. I've named a lot of them. So if you guys know any new sites that you would like me to feature on the 5, please let me know. Let me know down in the description field again, and we will get them on there. And links and all that good stuff. All right, for the second one, it's Mary Boozer RC, and it's a kind of a how-to video just of how to set your track up and all that one. It's kind of a cool one to watch. It's no new info to most of us, but it might be to some. So, and it was a cool video, so go check it out if you get a chance. All right, the next one it's an older video, but it's such a cool track, I had to show it. The guy is Steve Rolfe is his name, and he's got this really cool digital wooded track that he built. It's really cool. I recommend you go check it out and just give it a watch. It's funny, it's got comments on it that are, you know, hey, this was 10 years ago. Wow, that's really nice. But anyway, go check it out if you get a chance. All right, next one is Jed Lamb Racing Models, and he's got a really neat track set up to check out, and with a bunch of ghost cars running around on it and all that. Really cool video. And the last one is Race Walhalla, and it's kind of the same thing like that with cars running around, and just a neat video. So really cool things. So check it out, you know, give them a thumbs up if you like the video, maybe leave a comment, subscribe if you want, you know the deal. All right, everybody, so that pretty much wraps up this week's show. I thank everyone for tuning in to the Monday Metal Ramble. Everyone have a great week, as I like to say, and It's fall, so get outside and enjoy the weather while you still can before it gets too cold. Remember that. Hopefully the weather's good for everybody wherever you're at, and if not, I hope it gets better. So again, have a good week. Take care of yourself, take care of your family. Get out on that slot track every day if you can. Remember, Joe's show is tonight, and Scott's got a show tonight as well after mine. I think they both start at 7, so you can do the dual screen thing if you want and watch them both. I might have to try that tonight. So, and you never know who Joe's going to feature in his little Love Boat circle, so that's kind of cool to find out who it'll be. And watching them guys race is always fun. So anyway, again, take care of yourselves, everybody. So that wraps it up. We'll see you later, Slot Cowboys. Race on. Get on that track. Metal. Bye-bye. Cheers.